Hey guys, welcome to another episode of On the Board Podcast Updates. My name is Francis. How was your weekend? Mine was splendid because I had a good time. But also there was quite a lot of Lugambo to go about that made my weekend worth the while. And I'm here to give you a few updates in case you missed any. And of course, we'll have to start with the hot topic that was really making rounds on social media. We made a video about it and uploaded it yesterday on Sunday. Here, I'm going to give you the link to where you can find that video right here on the podcast channel. It was basically about DNA, and it stemmed off the origin of that video was basically stemming off Bad Black, whose issue of paternity um, credentials of a current child was being claimed by a certain gentleman, and that prompted Bad Black with her husband, Slim Daddy, to go and have a DNA test carried out for their child. And of course, the results came out positive that the child actually belongs to the man Bad Black holds her husband. Now, of course, that stirred a lot of waters on social media and had a lot of people talking, including our very own Samson Kasumba, who took to his Twitter. I don't know whether you guys were able to see that conversation, but if you are not able to see that conversation, thank God we are here. So our very own Samson Kasumba, who's for lack of a better word, a seasoned journalist here in Uganda, works for Nation Media, took to his X and had a few things to share in regards to men who are consistently demanding that the paternity of their children is established. And mark you, the importance of a DNA is not necessarily to it's not a sign of lack of love or a sign of dissent or a sign of uh, lack of care towards a child, but I think it's a way of giving a child a right to the right parents, but also parents giving the right to the right children. So that should they discover that the children they have formed do not actually belong to them, the children that they were purportedly given do not belong to them, they are able to make a decision in regards to either going forward to take care of them or finding other means to take care of them, because it's not new that parents are actually taking care of these children that are not even theirs. So Samson Kasumba went to his ex and said, I'm going to be sharing with you guys. He went to his ex platform and said that I'm against DNA tests on myself and my children. I have better things to do. I ask these people always, you want to know, after you know, then what? I love my dogs and they are just dogs. So how can I not love children in my home that I have a connection with? Will not get it that we who we have, I'm reading this as is, we who think DNA is rubbish. Well, the sentence construction is not really clear, but I hope you got the gist. Basically, it's saying it's not for the DNA tests, and a lot of people had interesting insights. And a gentleman called Basaja actually gave a very interesting submission. He said, Samson, the purpose of a DNA test is to ensure kids are placed where they truly belong. Their biological fathers may be out there wishing to be their kids. Don't be selfish. Real fathers, don't be selfish. Let real fathers have the opportunity to enjoy time with their children. Of course, Samson, like the man he is, had a response and he said that they are in my home and that is all that matters. You are just a young child who does not know how much. I don't know what he meant. But of course, one other gentleman that really gave an interesting submission said that just remember sometimes your wife is just waiting. Let's mark that. It's just waiting for that right moment to hurt you by breaking the news that those two beautiful kids who just finished university are not yours. The heartbreak is irreparable for an old man, and the wife doesn't care because she no longer needs you. That's an interesting point because such stories that depict a similar scenario are not new. You've had instances and stories whereby parents have really invested time and money in paying tuition for children. Because I remember that story of a gentleman in Mukono who actually built a very strong connection with his daughter, paid a lot of paid tuition for this girl, and then later on discovered that actually the child is not his. This guy broke down, went into depression, and actually he took the intervention of some well-wishers from the internet to rehabilitate him out of this shock. So I don't really agree with whatever Samson Kasumba has to say. Another person said, a proof that they ain't yours cannot stop them from being in your home and cannot stop you from caring if you still want. Knowing that they are yours or not is important to your health too. Stop living in denial and taking kids that ain't from knowing their biological dad's coward. Well, of course, many people that had things to share were sometimes that had opinions to share sometimes came from very emotional points of view. So I think this is Albert. Albert said DNA test is intended to guide parents. He said DNA tests is intended to guide parents from to make informed decisions and to respect children's rights to know their biological parents, whether dead or alive. The argument that doing a DNA test means you don't love them is shallow. I agree with that. I think Samson Kasumba um, understood the concept of doing a DNA as a sign of a man trying to find an excuse of not taking care of his children, which to some extent could be true because there are some men who are only waiting for that opportunity to be able to stop themselves from being able to take on responsibilities. But if you build connection with these children, many times you're going to stick with them, but then it will help you know how well to go forward with these decisions or how to take care of them, but also give you a good picture of how of the kind of person you call a wife. You understand that it's just beyond establishing the paternity of a child, but also understanding the kind of people that you call your wives or husbands. If they are not trustworthy, you'll be able to know that. If they are trustworthy, actually, if you find that the kids are actually yours, it gives you more reason to trust these people. So the conversation was actually explosive on social media. I'll be sharing more of the tweets that were shared with you guys, and also feel free to share your thoughts on this one. The other thing that I would love to share with you guys is what is happening lately in Zari's, in the boss lady's life. And I think this is the reason why Zari has actually has intentionally decided to keep her son away from the eyes of Kampala slay queens and girls. She's successfully, grooming her children and, bring them up to be men of purpose and men that are admirable in society. So I don't know whether Pinto is her first son, but yesterday she shared on her Instagram of the young man, putting in a little bit of work here and there in athletics. I don't know whether there's some sport that he's engaging in, but Pinto is definitely putting in a lot of work to ensure that he's in shape, but also building this physique of a true sportsman. For a man of his age, if he was in Kampala right now, he would be extremely on the hit list of many slay queens, but also on that priority menu of so many Kampala females. And then what next? Before we close, we have Queen Sheba is back. Queen Sheba is back, fully reloaded, man. Man, I must tell you guys, after childbirth, Queen Sheba looks like 100 times better than she was before she gave birth, man. I think she was at an event at Victoria University, but good child, she looked amazing, and we can't wait. I can't wait what she has for us in store. Oh, she's recently dropped a new song, and we still just we're looking forward to see how it's going to perform. But of course, it's the normal Queen Sheba vibe that she's bringing on, that energy, the dance vibe. That of course, obviously, the Shebaholics will be, definitely vibing towards. Yeah, well, let's wait for our concert to come in. But also, you know, we're happy for her to be finally back into. Oh, the song is called Somebody. She sampled it. She sampled the acapella at Victoria University where she had gone for that particular event. It's all over social media platforms as well as YouTube and all the streaming platforms. You can go and find the song there. But yeah, what can we say? Queen Sheba is back, bigger and better. Keep it right here on the Board Podcast. My name is Francis Mukule. Until we meet again.